This is Miss Harris, and I'm at Salina Primary, and I am going to be doing a three-part series on how to help your child read at home and become a better reader. Today, I'm going to talk about going through the book with your child and actually reading it at home. Just give you some quick tips and tricks so that way you don't get frustrated and your child doesn't get frustrated, and reading at home becomes an enjoyable activity. What I want to talk about is when you get your readers at home, always go over the parts of the book. Go over whether it's a spine, front cover, back cover, even the title page. The first thing I like to do with my students is I like to read the title of the book, which in this case it's Bananas in My Tummy, and I have the students look at the picture that's on the front cover. I ask them questions such as, well, where do we find monkeys at? What do monkeys eat? This just kind of opens up that background knowledge of what they know to help them read the story and comprehend what's going on. Another question you can ask is, what do you notice about this monkey? Okay, he's holding bananas, but he's also holding his tummy. Why do you think he's holding his tummy? Little questions like this are another way to help your child comprehend what's going on in the story. Another thing that I've had several parents ask us is, what do I do when my child comes to a word I don't know? Well, you don't want to give the child the word because then they could just memorize it and they don't get a meaning out of it. So we want them to go ahead and use clues in the book to help them either sound it out or look for the picture for meaning. We want them to understand what they're reading, understand the vocabulary. For instance, when you open this page, you see Min Monkey right here, and it says Min Monkey is hiding in the banana tree. I actually had a student come to this the other day in guided reading and say, oh, well, I don't know what this word is right here. And I said, oh, well, what do you think it is? And she said, Min Monkey is hiding in the branch tree. No, that doesn't make sense because I know branch has BR in it. So I told her, I said, this is what I want you to do. I want you to get your mouth ready and make the first sound that you see in that word. So she said, Min Monkey is hiding in the B tree. And I said, okay, look at the picture. What things do you see that start with a B, a B sound, that will help you figure out what this word is and make the sentence make sense? So she said, branch, no. And then she said, oh, there's bananas. And I said, well, what do you hear in bananas? And she said, ban. And she was able to figure out that word on her own by just using those strategies. So that's a way you can help your child. Now, if she would have said, I see Min Monkey hiding in the bananas, I wouldn't correct it until the end of the story. I would actually go back and ask the child about it, because when you correct a child in the middle of reading, it tends to discourage them from wanting to move on. So always wait till after and have that discussion with comprehension questions. Go back to that page and say, oh, I see right here you said that Min Monkey was hiding in the bananas. What kind of bananas do you see? Is that a tree? What kind of tree is it? Kind of let them figure it out on their own. Let them take ownership and accountability for their learning, and I promise you it will pay off in the end. Another thing that I wanted to show you is we have a list that we use for strategies, and we always name them after animals. Eagle eye, looking at the pictures. Lips of the fish, getting your mouth ready for the beginning sound. Trying lion, rereading the sentences to make it make sense. Stretchy snake, we stretch out the words and the sounds. Chunky monkey, look for words that you see within a word to help you figure it out. The skippy frog, when you come to a tricky word, you can skip it, but I tell them to always say the first sound of that word because it does help them figure it out a lot better. And flippin' dolphin, that's try the vowel sounds. So some of our letters, A, E, I, O, U, are vowels, as you know, but also some of our consonants, such as C, S, and Y, sometimes even G, will say different sounds. So I always tell them, okay, be Flippy the dolphin, flip that sound. So just trying those little strategies, and I've also put them in my students' reading folders and reinforce that. If you can reinforce that at home, it will help them become better readers. So I hope this video has helped you with some tips and tricks to help at home. So you guys have a great evening, and I'll see you next time.